next guest.
Between them, they've acted as spies, dinner ladies, antique dealers, con artists. The list just goes on and on. In fact, you name it, and the chances are they've probably played it.
We're going to need considerably bigger buns.
I've got less than 3 hours before I have to tell the White House everything we know.
What I wouldn't give for a man like you.
Hello, Bridget. Bridget!
Can't put it off forever, you know.
What are you thinking? I think I'm thinking what you're thinking.
Jerry.
With my wife, Sylvia.
What a gentleman.
Now, where's my bloody dinner?
I'm your mother now.
You're supposed to clap and cheer at that bit, you know?
Yes! Welcome, Celia Imrie and Robert Glenister. So, you were talking about phobias, because you have, and you actually share a phobia, don't you? Mm-hmm. What is your phobia?
Go on, Robert.
Press nights. First nights in the theatre.
And you would have thought by now that
You'd have got used to it,
got used to it.
No.
We think we're going to die of fright, actually. Seriously. I mean, you know, your heart goes so fast, you think it's going to leap out onto the stage. But then now, 100 performances on, we can't quite believe we were at that stage. But it is real.
And also, you had no fear at all, because it's been very highly acclaimed, in fact, and the West End transfer, which has recently happened.
Yep.
Yes, but you still get the frights, though.
Do you?
Yes.
And did you get it again when it started at the new
A bit,
theatre?
yes.
Did you?
We've had to do another
It's a different area. Because the space feels alien.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't feel as comfortable as you did at the Old Vic, so therefore you're slightly discombobulated.
Point out that the play is Noises Off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were at the Old Vic, and you've transferred into the West End. You're at the Novello now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what is the difference between those two spaces?
I think it's the nearness of the audience, isn't it?
Yeah, the stage is smaller, or narrower.
Yes. I was in love with the Old Vic. I think it's the most beautiful theatre. But actually, the horseshoe that the Novello has, it makes the audience much nearer. So near, in fact, that the night before last, I kicked my leg into the air, and my slipper fell off and did this marvellous roundabout and knocked the person on the front row's head off. Oh, not quite, but...
Good job you weren't having a sword fight, wasn't it?
They could feel, yes, they could feel so much more of a part of it.
It was marvellous. Well, she just handed it back. She gave my slipper back. That was wonderful.
You actually start the play in the audience, don't you?
Yeah.
So how does it work? Tell us how it works.
Well, the conceit, it's based. The first half is a dress rehearsal of this terrible sex farce called Nothing On, and the director is in the audience overseeing the dress rehearsal, and things are beginning to go wrong and tensions starting to rise. And so I mean, I spend the first hour in the auditorium, usually standing up, but if there's a spare seat, I'll sit down. People, is he going to drag me in? Well, I think there's a sort of frisson, because they think, are we going to be dragged into this? There's always that thing, isn't there? So are we going to be the scapegoat? Are we going to be dragged on stage like James Corden, I think, did that in One Man, Two Governors?
Right.
But that doesn't happen, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So that's the first half. But the first half of the play, Michael Frayn brilliantly teaches the audience the plot of the play within a play. So the second half, when things start going really wrong,
the audience
they know
knows
what's going
how
on.
bad we're going.
It's sort of
So
genius.
because things do go wrong, is it better when things actually do really go wrong? Can you sort of hide it slightly?
A little bit.
Slightly. when we're not in vision, that's the danger.
Yeah.
Because I know you like to laugh, Philip, because I've watched you. I've watched your sparkly eyes. But when we're out of vision, i.e. in the second half, when the audience can't see us, I'm afraid I'm not very proud of it, but I can't stop laughing.
Well, you
quite
haven't you actually walked on at the wrong... It's a little bit Acorn Antiques a part of it anyway, isn't it? So when you walk on, which I believe you did at the wrong time...
I did? How did you know that?
Well,
How did you know? Did
We
you
know
see
everything.
it? Oh, don't. It was terrible.
It was the funniest thing, I can't
Well,
tell you.
Robert sees it all, you see, and I came scampering on too early, realised that Janie and Jonathan were doing their kiss in their scene, and I thought, now what shall I do? Shall I hide?
She tried to hide.
Yes, I tried to hide. I froze
Yes,
like a cat and thought, well, no one will see me if I stay still. Oh, it was
it is like Acorn Antiques.
And Robert saw
I was
the
having
whole
a ball.
thing.
It was the funniest thing I've seen, because I knew I could just read your face, and I could see that you thinking, what shall I do? Oh, I'll hide. In front of
behind the
1,000
sofa.
people trying to get out of the way.
So I assume because of the nature of it, there's a lot of people going in and out of doors, and you have trapped your fingers in the doors as you've
I
gone.
haven't, but a few have, yes. Yeah. I mean, Michael Frayn said to us, didn't he? He said, I've got 3 words to say to you, health and safety. And it's true, because there are staircases, doors, and unless you're on top of it, I mean, it's very easy to you know, get your fingers
all covered in
down the
bruises,
stairs.
actually, it's the truth.
And being reunited together again, because this isn't the first time you've worked together.
I know, we were married before, weren't we?
We were. We were the couple from hell in Hartlepool, weren't we? Yeah.
Is it true that you would like to do a little bit of producing?
Oh, yes. Well,
that-
I would.
is that a bit of a-
It
that's a bit
is,
of a thing?
because I've got together with Paul O'Grady and Pam St Clements, and we're a sort of triumvirate, and we're going to try and get work on that we've tried to get on for years, and suddenly, you know, it's the great thing is to try and get it on yourself, because as an actor, we have to wait to be asked to dance. We can't sort of do, I've said this before, but we can't do Hedda Gabler in our bedrooms, because no one will tell us how marvellous we are.
No.
But actually, now I'm just running out of time slightly, so I'm going to get it on myself.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Do it myself.
That would be hugely satisfying.
Yes, I think it would.
And do you still have a dream to do King Lear?
Yes, you should, Robert.
Well, not yet.
No, sorry.
No, I suppose. I mean, I suppose the young actor's dream. I mean, the classical canon. The young actor's dream is to do Hamlet, and the older you get, you think, well, what's left? And you think, actually, King Lear. I don't know yet, really. I mean, it's yes. I mean, why not? But not for a good few years.
Not just
Well, what
yet.
you are doing is Noises Off, and it really has had great reviews, and you say there's nothing better than the reaction you get off the audience every night. It's
quite.
getting a fantastic reaction. So it's at the Novello Theatre, it's in London till the 30th of June, and thank you guys.
Thank you
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's it for today. Tomorrow, Stephen Mulhern pops